Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with part 3, continuing this page in The Wizard of Oz by Fabiana Attanasio. And I told y'all I'm going to try to complete this picture completely. I'm trying to say on film and then on camera, but then I got stuck and couldn't decide which one I wanted to say. So I'm going to try to completely film the rest of this on my channel, I guess. Would be a better way for me to say it. And I have done a couple of things on my own since we last left off, but I will show you those so you don't feel left out. So what I would like to do is start on these leaves up here. So I'm going to tilt it so I can get rid of the glare a bit. I did fix my lion's nose because I remember I was not happy about some shading going on right there. So I did fix it to where I like it. I did go here with espresso in the Prismacolor to add shadow. And I also did that for some parts of the leaves under here because these leaves are sitting above these bottom leaves. So I added shadow. And then I added shadow over here because this leaf is sitting on top of this leaf. So I just wanted to make sure that that's represented in the picture. And I will do this leaf with you all and let you know how I did them. And I took huge inspiration from Olivier Odoron. I think that's how you say it. Her channel used to be called Coloring with Olivier, but I believe her channel got hacked and she had to change the name. So I think it's Olivier Odoron, but it's like Olivier, Olivier, I don't know. But I took huge inspiration from her for these leaves because I saw a picture that she did on Instagram and she used colors similar to this and this kind of effect, and I really liked it. And I need inspiration for leaves like nobody's business, and we will get into that in a minute. Let me let you know what colors I used and we will continue with the chat. So I'm going to zoom you in so that you can see. Okay, so for the leaves, let me make sure I have the colors correct because I have a bunch of pencils out. Okay, so I used the Black Widow Cobra pencil in Blood Diamond for the pink, and I used the Black Widow Cobra in Opal Green for the green part of the leaf. So let me go ahead, I think I can put that one there, and start. So what I did was, in the middle, I drew a line like so. Kind of with, you know, a good amount of pressure so that you can get your bearings together as to how you're going to shade the leaf. So I do that, and I think I should zoom in a little bit more for you so that you can see a bit better. So we draw the line, and my tripod is kind of funny here. Okay. And I start with a heavier pressure at the center of the leaf, and then we will gradually lighten our pressure as we come out, and we will start with a light layer, and then, you know, we will add on to that. But as I was saying, I take huge inspiration for leaves from other people because I am not inspired to color leaves. I'm not inspired to color flowers. It's just something that I'm not into, and I don't know, I go and look at other people and see what they've done because it helps me try to figure out what I can do, and I don't necessarily copy them exactly how that person has done it. I may try like I'm doing with these leaves, but then this isn't exactly how she's done it either, because like I said, you can try to copy people, but we have our own styles. And me personally, which I hate that saying, me personally, because when we say me, we mean personally. I don't know. But anyway, me personally, because, you know, it's so proverbial to use that term. Me personally, I put too much of myself into things. When I try to even follow tutorials or follow what other people are doing, I put too much of me in it. So I can never exactly do what they're doing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's quite fine. But it's just sometimes I really wish I could nail it exactly how they're doing it. But, you know. Anywho, yeah, I love how she colors leaves. and she does such a beautiful job, and you can tell that she does not get bored. Like, throughout her picture, like, she didn't just get bored and give up and do, like, whatever. She actually likes to color leaves, and bless her. Bless all of you who really like to color leaves and flowers. Like, I can do a couple, but then after a while, I'm ready to cry. Like, I think my limit for flowers before I'm ready to cry is about 4. And then it depends on how big of a flower, but not really, because I could do 4 small flowers and want to cry. So, I don't know. It's just something that does not inspire me. I do not get excited to color those parts in my pictures. And sadly, because we are adults and they think that adults love to color leaves and flowers and repetitive patterns. At first, that's how all color books were for us. And I was just like, no. So I'm totally happy that I got into coloring when, you know, it reached a really good fever pitch and really good height and popularity, that there is such a variety in books. Because if I had to sit and color leaves, flowers, and mandalas, kill me now, because I just would not. I can't do that. That's not for me. And I can do some repetitive patterns, but it just really depends. Like, I have the Disney Silhouettes book that I received for Christmas by Hachette, or Hatchet, however you say it, Heroes, because it's French. And that has repetitive patterns in it, and I'm just like, I don't know how I'll feel about it. I started a picture in it. I did a couple of flowers, believe it or not. I started with the flowers. And I have a color theme in mind. And I'm really excited about the book because I did want it, and we shall see. But I think because they're, cute Disney character repetition type patterns, I probably will feel better about it. But I don't know. We shall see, because my attention span is a mess sometimes. It's everywhere. So we're just taking our blood diamond. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. We're just taking our blood diamond, and we're just blending our dark and our light. And I'm going making this darker because I do really want the center dark. But yeah, does anyone else do that? Go to Instagram or Pinterest and find inspiration from people's colored pictures, or just look at people's pictures and see the way that they do things and get inspired. I know it's a big help. That's why I'm like so happy to finally, at the urgence of Sammy, get an Instagram, because I didn't have an Instagram for quite a while because I just felt overwhelmed with social media. Like, I just had, like, Facebook was enough for me, and I didn't want to have all these different passwords and social medias, and I just feel lost at sea with everything. But I am happy that I do have Instagram, because I love Instagram. I waste so much of my life on there. It's shameful. But, we all have our things that we like to do. That's my thing on social media, is to just be on Instagram and looking at stuff. Okay, so I'm just darkening this up. This name, Blood Diamond, reminds me of, anyone ever look at the movie The 5-Year Engagement with Emily Blunt, whom I love. I love Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt and, oh my gosh, what's his name? I want to say his name is Seth something. It's not Seth Rogen. Oh my gosh. I cannot think of that dude's name, but he plays in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and he plays in How I Met Your Mother, which I've never watched, but I know he's from that show. He is hilarious. They're in that movie, and in that movie 5-Year Engagement, he proposed to Emily Blunt, who she played his girlfriend, if you haven't seen it. And he was like, I got you a ruby because I know how you watched the movie Blood Diamond and you hated it. And I was just like, I've never seen Blood Diamond, but when I hear Blood Diamond, I know it's probably, horrible, but I think of that movie. But I don't know how horrible it is to mine blood diamonds. I know, I remember I watched something, and I don't think it was a documentary or anything, but I remember I watched something, and it was so terrible. They said, these kids in, Cambodia or some type of country like that make carpets, and they go blind eventually from the chemicals or whatever in the plant making the carpet, and I just feel terrible. So I don't think I would want to watch the Blood Diamond movie. I would just hope that if I ever did own a real diamond, that it would not be a blood diamond. I would feel terrible about it. But I know they have responsibly sourced type things now, so hopefully, that's where they come from. I don't know. Anyway, so I left a bit of white around the edge. I didn't completely go all the way to the edge. I failed to mention while I'm yapping away. So now I will take my Opal Green, which is the Cobra, because I'm mixing my Black Widow sets. I own all the sets. I'm fortunate enough to own all the sets. And so, yeah, I mix them. When I say Black Widows, it's usually like a mixture of everything. Okay, so I'm going to take Opal Green, and we're going to do the flicking motion up like I did on all these leaves, because I think it's, I gotta move this stupid clip. I think it's fun, and again, I think that's how Olivier achieved this look. I don't know, I didn't see her do it. She might have done it on her Patreon. I'm not a Patreon of hers, but I know she does like art and stuff on her Patreon. She doesn't do everything on YouTube, I don't think. So we're just going to flick up. But yeah, I totally saw her do these leaves on a picture, and I was like, yeah, I gotta try that, because I need every kind of help when it comes to me having to do a leaf. I'm like, if you want to torture me, make me color leaves and flowers if you don't want to do me bodily harm, because that is enough psychological torture for me there. I will be crying. Uncontrollably, probably. They would think something is wrong with me. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just flicking up in the direction that she kind of drew the leaves. And this is odd because I'm kind of far away from my paper, so I can't like get down and see too great. But essentially that's what we're going for. And so I have to tilt my book. I know it's annoying, but that's how I can get the angle. But yeah, I try not to turn my book now, but I really legit can't help it. Anyone else like that? Like, you have to turn your book. I really can't just color with this straight up. I don't know. Some things I really need to turn my book around for. Alright, so we're just flicking up. That's all. Ain't nothing to it too much. And that's pretty much how it's going to look. So I hope you were able to see. I know it's a bit dark, and I do not know why. Maybe I should move over a little bit from where I'm sitting so that it doesn't look so dark. I think I'm going to do that. Give me 1 second. We will see if we can fix it. Okay, so I don't know if that's better. Y'all probably are like, girl, that did not do anything. So what I'm going to do is try to fix the lighting. Hold on, let's see if I can make it a little bit lighter. So there we go. Okay, let's see if that'll help. So that's more or less what all these leaves at the top will look like. And I think I'm going to add some dots or something in it and then trace this black outline. And because it's on my mind right now and I don't forget, I'm going to trace this black outline, this thin one right here. I don't know if I want to use green or if I want to use white. I'm thinking I want to use, let's see, I don't want to use, I think I'm going to use a pink. Let's try that. So what I will do is grab my super tips. I have the 100 set and I love these things. And I'm going to choose like a fuchsia pinky color. This one looks good, but let me go with like maybe a little bit lighter than I'm thinking in my mind, just because. Okay, so let me try this one. Alright, I really should swatch these out, and I was thinking about, you know, numbering them, but ain't nobody got time for that. Like, it will take me forever. Okay, so I'm just going to take it, and we're going to trace this black line around, and just because I want it not to be black, and I didn't want it to be white because my white gel pens and Poscas are slowly dying a slow torturous death. I will show y'all what I mean. Okay, so these are all my white gel pens. So as you can see, majority are Uniball Signos, but I do own this brand which is called Art and Fly, and I ordered these because I wanted a fine point. These are broad, and somehow some people have Uniball fine, and I'm like, where did you find those? Because I can't find the fine Uniball Signos, but these are the broad, and I love the broad tip, so I'm happy with that. But I did order these Art and Fly ones, and I do like these. They're thinner in the point. They're a fine point, like a really fine point. But I have these. See, now I mixed them up. So I think these 3 are ready for the trash because they're like completely empty. And I posted a post on Instagram today about anyone hate throwing away their white gel pens. Like, it pains me to throw away my white gel pens. I want to cry. And so I keep trying to scribble them to see if they work. And then my mom was like, run it under hot water. And I haven't done that yet. But I don't know. I just don't want to throw them out for whatever reason. I don't know. It pains me to do so. So these are the 3 that I have with ink in it somewhat. And what's so funny is I found one of these in my purse today. And I was like, why did I even have a white gel pen in my purse? I can't even write with it if I wanted to scribble something down. But I think I just had it in there because you never know, you know. And it's so funny that I had that in there. But I ordered some Jelly Roll brand white gel pens today, and they should be here tomorrow or Saturday, because today's Thursday. And yeah, I'm excited to try them because I do not own any Jelly Roll pens. And you know, I hear that they're good glitter gel pens, and some people like the white. Okay, this is going to be weird to get in this corner, so let me save that until I can like concentrate a bit more. But yeah, I know people have the white ones, so you know, if you love the white ones, let me know, you know, how they work out. I'll know soon though, probably before you have time to mention it. Okay, so I'm going to move my clip thing up so that I can get in this little area here. I'm trying to use the finer point of it so that it's not such a wide line like I did the first one. But I honestly, I really don't, that really doesn't matter because I just want to cover the black. I don't want it black. So we're just going to go about the lines and cover them. So I'm hoping for everyone that wanted their Fabiana fix that you're getting it because I did want to finish this picture for quite a while, and I am happy to get to it, and I will be happy to be able to say that I completed a page in this book because I do love this book. Although, you know, like I said, I hem and hawed about buying it when it first came out, and I should have just got it because I already had all the rest of the ones that I already own. Like, I think I already had Snow White and Alice and Peter Pan and everything, and then this one came out, and I was like, I don't really know. So thank you so much for sending this to me. She knows who she is. I'm just so happy to have it. Okay, so what I did also, well, I'll turn it so you can see. So that's pretty much what we're looking like. Before I get to here, I actually want to do something with this. So what I will do there, I will add some Posca. So this is my white Posca, and it's the finer tip. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and just, oh wait, is it even working? Let's see if it's even working. I think so. Looks like it. Alright, so I'm going to just add some dots. Yeah, okay. So a few here and there, nothing, you know, crazy. Just, you know, so it's a bit noticeable on the leaf. So I like to do a cluster and then like fade it up, if that makes any sense. That's what I would like to do for these leaves. So we would add a little cluster, like a bunch of them together, and then just random ones coming up. You know what's going to be funny is these probably will turn pink anyway, because sometimes the Posca absorbs the pencil and makes it pink. Well, in this case, it'll make it pink. Not every time it'll make it pink. But, yeah, if it absorbs the pencil, that's fine too. I'm not going to be bothered by it in this instance. Okay, so that's pretty much what look I'm going for. And what's so funny and cute, I think these look like watermelon. So I'm going to call these my watermelon leaves. we're done with the watermelon leaves. So now I will show you how I did the leaves down here, and we're going to do something cool with them. So what I will do is zoom you in. Hopefully that is good enough, and we're going to work on this leaf right here. And I do need to clip this down. I threw that clip. Where did I? Okay, here it is. Where did I put it? Okay. Make sure I'm not clipping the other page. Alright. So, move it over a bit. We're going to work on this one. This is kind of going to impede me. Let's scoot that over. Alright, so for this leaf, let me make sure I have my color, because I have a couple of pencils out so that I could show y'all what I was doing with them. So, don't need this one. I think it was these two. So, for these leaves, I used the Black Widow Forget-Me-Not. And I used the Black Widow in Amethyst, if you can see that. And I know the earlier ones don't have the names on them. So, I don't know. But mine have the names on it, fortunately, because I got them after the fact, because they did a reissue of the ones with the names printed on it. So what I'm going to do is take Forget Me Not, and randomly I'm going to put some blue down, and it doesn't really matter where you put it on the leaf. And also you want to do this lightly because we have some blending to do on it. So I'm going to put some like right here, and I try to do it like on the opposite ends if I'm going to do two blues, if that makes sense. So since I put some here, I'm going to put a little down here on this end. And lightly do so. And then I'll just do another layer. But you want to make it light because you kind of want these to blend together a little bit, because we have another color to add. So I did this because I was trying to be creative with leaves. So now I'm going to take Amethyst. Yeah, I'll try to come up with color combinations, but like I said, I just feel so uninspired when it comes to leaves. My brain just shuts down because it knows it's something that I just want to avoid and that I don't want to do. So my creative juices are not flowing when it's time to figure out that kind of stuff. Why do we say creative juices? That sounds so gross. When you think about, like, what I think about it, creative juices. We need to come up with a better saying than some creative juices. Any juices, that just sounds weird. It sounds gross. The creative juices flowing. I don't know. We have so many funny sayings and whatnot. Like, I was really addicted to watching the show Archer. I think I said that in the last coloring chat. Anyway, and Archer got stranded on an island in one episode, and they don't have idioms in the language that the people speak on the island he was stranded at. So he kept saying a bunch of idioms, and then the translator was like, yeah, they don't have idioms, they don't know what that means, like it's not going to translate. And I thought it was so funny. And I think English is like that in general. I think we have a lot of idioms and metaphors and stuff that we say, and in other countries they're like, what? But I'm pretty sure a lot of countries have that though. So it's not just us, but we have some doozies, I think. Some strange things that make no sense to me when I hear them. And like, for instance, it's not an idiom or anything, but I never understand when people say up under. So like, say, like if I wanted to say this leaf, like I was explaining the leaves, and I would say, oh, this leaf is up under this leaf. And I'm up under. How can you be up and under at the same time? It's like, I get what it means, but up and under are they just contradict. So how can you be up under something? I never understand. I hate when I hear people say, oh, it's up under there. I'm like, what? No, that's terrible. Anyway, so for the outside part of these, what I'm going to use is, I was thinking green, but then I was thinking like black, and then I was thinking gray. So I'm going to try to figure out which one I want to use. I'm going to use dark purple. We're just going to go, just keep with the purple. I'm not even going to mix anything up. So I'm going to grab my super tips. And yes, I'm using super tips a lot because it helps me when I don't want to color something. And y'all know I don't want to color these leaves for real. So I'm going to pick a purple that I think is dark and will look nice. This is like a really dark one. I like this purple. So let's see what it looks like. Let me scribble it out. Oh, that kind of looks black. Do I want that dark of a purple down there? No, I don't. That's a bit too dark. So let me find a different one. This looks lighter. Do I want a lighter one? I don't know. See, this is me when I color on my own. I'm very indecisive and I try to figure out things. So let me try this purple. Let me see which purple this is. Oh, I like this one. So I'm going to use this one. Not that it matters because it does not have a name or anything. But I'm going to go ahead and color in the stems. And then the actual leaf part that's around it. And I was just thinking earlier today too about flowers, and I'm like, it's so many different types of flowers and species of flowers, and people had to name these things, and some of them actually I feel like they just named it because that's what it looked like. Like, I just learned what a bleeding heart flower was, because I know there are a lot of bleeding heart flowers in Clara Markova's books, but I never knew what they were called. I just was like, oh, that flower. It's a bleeding heart, and it does look like a bleeding heart, just like a foxglove. I'm like, who named it? It really does look like if a fox had gloves, I guess. I don't know. But I just think about stuff like that. I thought it was really funny. So I'm trying not to rub it in when I'm coloring it, because it can go through to the other side if you really dig in. But I don't have that problem on this paper with Fabiana's books, so I'm not really worried about it. But I still try to be a bit cautious because I don't want anything to rub through the next page. So we're just gonna go ahead and make sure we get this color in, and then we're gonna do a cool effect, which I got the idea once I colored this blue and purple. I got the idea to do a galaxy leaf, and then I showed Frances and she said the same thing, and I was like, oh, she just confirmed it, because I was gonna do it but I wasn't sure, but because she said it does look like the galaxy, I'm like, great, because I do value, you know, outside opinions about certain things. Because I ask my mom like all the time when I'm coloring stuff, and I'll go and be like, Mom, what about this, and what about that, and what about this idea? And then, you know, she does help me out, but I usually just ask her, and then I go and do whatever was in my head at first anyway. Which is like, why did I even exert the energy to ask if I was just going to do what I wanted anyway? I don't know. But I'm like that in general anyway, just life. I'll be like, what about this and that? And then I'll ask someone, and then I probably will end up doing whatever I had my mind set on in the first place. So funny. Okay, so that is what these will look like. I think these look pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to figure out if I want to use my Posca or do I want to use my white gel pen. I know for sure the white gel pen is going to absorb the color, so I'm going to use my Posca first, and then if it absorbs the color, a tip is go over with white gel pen, and then that way it'll stay white. So I'm going to take the white, and we are going to do like galaxy leaves. So what I mean by that is I'm just going to take the Posca. If you can see, let me zoom in a bit, that might help, right? So I took the Posca, and I'm just going to make little dots and little like stars in the leaf so that it can look like little galaxy leaves. So we're going to do like a little shooting star, a couple of little stars, you know. Let me just do that so that it can look pretty cool. So less is more. Don't want to put a bunch of dots and stuff, but enough so that, you know, it looks like it's going for what you want it to look like, you know. So we're going to just go ahead and do this and make this one really big. So, oh my gosh, that was so out of focus. I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh my gosh. But that's more or less what I did there. So that's how I want them to look. I may go over this and darken it with pencil for the purple that I did with the super tips, but I'll leave that for another time. So what I would like to do now is work on the scarecrow's sleeve. So I'm going to zoom out so that you can see a bit better. We are at what, 30 minutes? Okay, so I'm going to do his sleeve right here because I think that's the one that y'all can see a bit better than the other one. Let me move this clipboard down. If it can grip the paper, oh my gosh. I just got this thing. Oh my gosh, I bent it. I just got this clipboard thing, so I'm trying to learn how to use it. Okay. We're gonna do his sleeve. So hopefully I can get this done within the next like 7 minutes. So this video could be like 40 minutes and be okay enough for me to be able to save it to my phone and upload. Oh my gosh. Two things just happened. I dropped the pencil and I knocked the tripod. Give me 1 second. Okay, I am back. It's weird because the tripod is literally in between my legs, like sitting here in the middle. And I hit it and I knocked my pencil. And I'm having breakage issues with this pencil and it broke. And mostly I have used this pencil, but I haven't used it to the point where it should look like this. Mostly it's a breakage issue. And I don't know why, because I don't usually have those problems with my Black Widows, but I'm having it with this pencil and another couple of pencils. And I want to put it in the microwave or the oven like people say, but I'm scared to do that. I'm looking for my pencil sharpener, which I cannot seem to find. Alright, Chihuahua. Okay, now I have to find my pencil sharpener. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I think I have my life together enough. It's just a mess. Okay, so, for his sleeves, I am going to choose Cobra as the lightest color, which obviously is from the Cobra set. And then I will use Forest, which is also from the Cobra set. I think the Cobras are my favorite. Like, if I had to pick a set, it would be the Cobras, I think. Because they have a lot of colors that I really like. Although I do like the Scorpions. They will be my second pick. But anyway, I'm going to start with Cobra. So pretty soon this will have to go in a pencil extender here in a moment. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put our Cobra down really lightly. And I debated so much about what to do for his little outfit here. I hope my head is not in the camera. I don't know. Because my glasses were in it. Like one part, or to get down low so I can see. You know? And my head is sometimes in the way. Because I have my tripod up higher. It's not really that low to the page. So anything that the tripod's level or lower will be in the frame. If that makes any sense. Okay. So we're just going to make sure we get our Cobra down. And I'm just making another little light layer. And I debated on whether to use washi tape or not for his sleeves. But I think I just want to make him all colored pencil or whatever. And I'm thinking about using the washi tape for Dorothy's dress. But I'm undecided. I don't know. Or part of her dress. Anyway, so we will take Forest, and Forest is going to be our darkest color. And right here where his arm meets his body, we will darken that up. And I'm going with, you know, good amount of pressure there. And fading out. I don't even remember what colors I used on his pants, but the more I look at Forest, I think it was a mix of Forest somewhere in this. But because I started this so many moons ago, I don't remember what I used exactly. So we're just gonna make it dark here against his body. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you can see. Okay, that'll be better. You know, you would think I would have all this stuff down about how to film, but it is very tricky. If you don't have a channel, you might think, oh, you just cut the camera on and film. It's easy. It's not. I mean, you got so much stuff you got to deal with, like lighting and blurriness about being in focus and all types of stuff. Bless photographers. They know what's up. I took photography. Well, I tried to take photography one semester in college. And yeah, I dropped that quick because they wanted us to buy like this really expensive camera. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I'm going to drop this class. Plus, we had to do a lot of Saturday projects. And I work. Been working the whole time I was in college. And pretty much. And yeah, I was like, yeah, I can't do that. I have to work on weekends. Because I worked in retail. And retail don't give a crap about your weekends and what you need to do. So I was like, yeah, I can't deal with this class. The professor seemed nice. She seemed really hip, like a hipster type person that was probably hip in the 70s or something. I don't know. But she seemed like that type. So we're just taking our forest green. And I'm just making it dark on this part. And I want to make it really dark all the way at the bottom. And into this little curve here. Because it's going to make it look like it has good depth, and that's what I want. So we're gonna do that. I'm just making sure, you know, I'm in focus and whatnot. I gotta pop my head up like a prairie dog, or what is that in the Lion King? Meerkats. The meerkats that pop out of the hole in the movie. They pop out the hole from underground. That's what I gotta do. Pop up and check and make sure that y'all can see good. Pop my head up on the camera. Okay. I should watch The Lion King. I have that on DVD. I haven't watched it. I like to watch it every now and again. And I finally watched The Little Mermaid because I had not seen that in so long. I don't even remember. Like, I remember I used to love the cartoon as a child because if y'all remember, Disney had a channel. I don't know what happens now because I don't have cable anymore. But Disney used to have a channel. And I used to love the Ariel, the Little Mermaid show. And I used to love the Aladdin show. Those were some of my favorite shows to watch. And DuckTales. And Darkwing Duck. Anybody remember any of these shows? I used to love Gargoyles too. Me and my mom used to watch Gargoyles. And I'm like, was Gargoyles a kid's show? I don't know. I used to watch it. I don't know if that was if that was a children's show. Because it was kind of dark. And sometimes they did scare me. But I watched it. I don't know, but I remember all those used to come on the Disney Channel. It was called Toon Disney too once I became a teenager, and then after a while it just wasn't what it used to be. They started all these like sitcoms like That's So Raven and stuff, which I love. That's So Raven. I haven't watched her new show, that Raven's Home show, but I don't think I like it because I just like That's So Raven. I don't want to see her grown up and dealing with kids and stuff. I just like the show that I used to watch. But anywho, going back to The Little Mermaid, I love Ariel. She's just so innocent in a way. It's just because she couldn't talk. And I love Eric. I think Eric was my favorite prince. If I had to choose a prince, I think he was. Even though I do like Prince Charming from Cinderella, but I don't know. I think Eric is the one. Eric is the one. Who's your favorite Disney prince? I would love to know. Let me know in the comments who's your favorite Disney prince. I don't know who my favorite Disney princess is. It's too many. I can't pick. I don't want to pick those. But and I don't even know about a lot of the princesses too. That's the thing. So I don't know how fair that would be of me to try to pick. Okay, so I'm going to go with Cobra. And we're going to blend it. And go over everything with the Cobra. And I hope y'all can see, and the glare was not too bad. So that's what it's looking like. I'll hold it up for you to see. And we'll go over the Cobra. And I'm going to do the sleeve, the other sleeve, the exact same way. I was thinking about doing it mismatched. Like mismatched. I don't know. I can never say that. Anyway, I was thinking of doing them opposite. And I was like, nah, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to do his sleeves so that they can complement each other. I'm not going to try to go crazy. and make him look like a hobo scarecrow. But that's what he looks like to me. He looks like a hobo scarecrow. Hopefully he's a well-loved scarecrow, like his owner put straw in him and whatnot. I don't know. I haven't seen The Wizard of Oz in so long. I don't remember what the scarecrow guy looked like, if I'm honest. But that's not a movie I watch a lot. I think I've seen it once and that was it. It's not a book I read. I didn't read the book, so I don't know. I remember watching a video though, and most people think that this was the first movie that was ever in color, and it wasn't. It was some really random movie that was the first movie that was made in color, but everyone thinks it's this one because of the shoes and the Technicolor. But Technicolor, that's what it's called. This was not the first movie made in Technicolor. I can't believe they said people used to draw, like actually hand paint the slides for movies to make it in color. I was like, what? I would have liked that job. That would have been fun. That's a job I would happily go to every day. I'm like, I get to paint people and scenery and stuff on movies. Okay, so this is more or less what the sleeve is looking like. I'm just layering, making sure I'm getting it how I want it, and I hope my big head was not in the way. Okay, so that's his sleeve. So I'm going to do the other sleeve on my own, and hopefully I'll get more accomplished. I really thought I was going to get way more accomplished than what I did today. But I did not. So I'm going to zoom you out, and I'm going to hold it up so that the glare can go away. Maybe a little zoom out a bit more. So I'll hold it up. So those are the leaves, our watermelon leaves, and this is our little scarecrow sleeve, and then these are our galaxy leaves. So if you're following along, I hope it's working out for you. Let me know if you're going to color this picture. I would love to know. And tag me on Instagram. I always put my Instagram in the description box, and I will leave these colors in the description box below for you. Thanks for watching. See y'all in my next video.